what you're doing to me, baby. Oh, no.
Welcome to another episode of the Heat Market Radio. Oh, don't worry about it. There we go. No problem. Welcome to another episode of the Heat Market Radio. This week we have two absentees, DJ Rec and DJ Static, but it's all good. We got a couple of guests coming from Jersey, and we got another one here from who just showed up too. And we will be getting to them very shortly. Let's just get into some music videos, and then we'll come back with our first guest. Salute, y'all.
I said, deep down, I feel I'm a beast. Hard body, guard body, nothing about me sweet. If it's beef, I'm at your front door with the heat. Hoping it ain't your mom's opening the door when I squeeze. Screaming 10 grams in this bitch whenever I speak. Started with 10 grams when I reached my peak. Stuffing clothes under the sheets. Grams thought I was asleep, but I was toes frozen to go. Grinding to eat, running around like I ain't got shit to lose. 5'6" little nigga got shit.
Alone with a beat, stone to dispose of this beef. My hands with defeat, but glance this grown ass man's on his feet.
I gotta express myself sometimes. You feel me? Like, fuck it. Huh? Listen. Woke up today and sent the devil to hell with 3 different spells. Love, peace, and passion. Ain't trying to live my life just standing around waiting for things to happen. Oh, God to grasp me, that's word to be Latin. I'ma blow
up or I'ma come out blasting. Wish me death, I'd rather that than have to die in this trap of tactical madness. My actual plan is to snap on the captain. After that, whoever taking my taxes.
Embrace the wrath of the tyrant. Fuck around waiting for things to happen. Oh, God to grasp me, that's word to be Latin. I'ma blow up or I'ma come out blasting. Wish me death, I'd rather that than have to die in this trap of tactical madness. My actual plan is to snap on the captain. After that, whoever taking my taxes. Embrace the wrath of the titans. Fuck mags. You would think these gats was packing lightning. Oceans caving, wrath of Poseidon. Concealed rage of a Viking. On stage spitting grenades. These words got a way of igniting life in this mic, but there's not enough to pay this fucking light. This life is fucking frightening, yet fucking enticing. How can I be so fucking enlightening and find time for brighter things, but you proceed to take my kindness for weakness because I'm not blinded by sleep.
And we live in poverty. Fuck the system. We still here.
Keeping no intertwined with the sheeple. I reside by the creek, alone with a beat. Stone to disclose all this beef. My mind has with defeat, but glancing these grown-ass man's on his feet. Mine is strong as a team. Mind boggled that things live mine swallowed in amazement. Wormhole in my brain and it's spinning all this fucking information I can't express and it's driving me crazy. But who's in it with the Zeus and the pen? How it moves with a loose and the gents delusion to win, but the looting is him. A loser who's influenced to win. Got a son and I do this for him. Let's just hope these prophecies prosper, and I ain't gotta live the life of a shotter. God bless tomorrow. These helicopters propelling my block. I need a way out of this trampa.
Hey, what up? Roll up, get high, get high. 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 I ain't mean to call your phone, but I've been tripping. Got a lot of shit on my mind and I'm hoping someone listen. I'm trying to hit the Forbes, but for now I help with mortgage. That might mean little to you, but to me that shit's enormous. All these hoes throw off my focus, gets deterred when you're determined. Everybody out here plotting, get what they need, then they swerving. Record the nights I was hurting, my drive and my stomach turning. They told me to keep on grinding, now I'm a different person. I appreciate you curving, that shit made me stronger. Just know I ain't kissing ass, so it might take me longer. I'm glad that I never changed, I've been doing pretty good. I know that it could be worse, but I've been doing what I should. So roll up, get high, get high. 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 It gets kinda scary just thinking what I could be. The shit that I think is wavy could take myself overseas. Put my mom on a charter, put my father at ease. Hold everybody down with the tricks I got up my sleeve. I can't let them see me weak or let them in on the plan, because I need my space to work. I'm hoping you understand. Please don't take it personal, I'm trying to get rich. Twice the work in half the time, that's a hell of a switch. See, I'm a hell of a mix. See, I'm witty, but I'm a hustler. So my music turn the whole country into my customers. Forget what you accustomed to, I don't like getting comfortable. The minute that you sleep is the moment that demons come for you. What your dreams worth, cause I barely get rest. When you put more into yourself, it's like you rarely get less. Put yourself to the test and stay away from the gimmicks. And I know that you've been stressed, so may I please just have a minute to...
Hey, bro. Damn.
Roll up, get high, get high. 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 Say, roll up, get high, get high. Roll up, get high, get high. Roll up, get high, get high. Roll up, get high, get high.
Yeah, I'm steady pondering life. Where will I end up? Decisions, are they wrong or they right? It makes me tense up, the endless. Hating from niggas you call your peers can turn from, yeah, that's my man. The shit we ain't spoken years, those tears will never fall though. So far ahead in this game, it's a blowout. With you niggas still keeping score for. Whipping on auto, blowing on cookies all so vivid, opening portals. Homie divine immortal, called you meetings with my peoples I'm treating like we just jumped able test fate. We fuck up the weekend just to escape the troubles of the present. Try and block out emotions with bubbly independent. But that chain on your neck won't help you gain no respect unless your chakra is proper. Help you stay on your best. Get off that pain on your chest. Go buy your back with a Dutch, whatever you roll with. Get an A4, get an ounce, just get ready to chill and blow it. So
roll up, get high, get high. 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 Say, roll up, get high, get high. Roll up, get high, get high. Roll up, get high, get high. Roll up, get high, get high.
They say I never do right, I ain't ashamed of the shit. I got it out of the mud. Yo. They say I never do right, I ain't ashamed of the shit. I got it out of the mud, I got the stains for the shit. I wish they love me more, I don't complain for the shit. Sometimes I'm shooting blind and I don't be aiming for shit. I swear I'm lacking focus as soon as the packy open. I'm scrounging them nickels down to quarters just to drink the devil's water. We are children of the Lord, I'm still trying to fuck his daughters. I get caught up in some things I can't explain. Did you lose or did you gain? That's the questions that get brought up when you caught up in the game. I get headaches from it, that should keep my stomach turning. I roll me a blunt and burn it, you can't keep on running from it. Well, that's what the voices say, that's not what my choices say. Talented but I'm lazy, educated but crazy. I swear that I want the bread, when I get it, it doesn't faze me. Drink liquor until the point where I sip it and don't get faded. Make scripture and paint pictures, I'm Reverend Leo Da Vinci with verses. Y'all just not worth it, want a girl that's perfect, fancy like cursive, ass thick like churches in session. That's that, oh Lord, I overrun it, you know I just take it too far. I had those dreams, mama got herself a new car, but now she gone hard. hard cut. Bitch, I got myself a new start. Everything hurt, nigga, that include the truth, dog. So they die a little every time I say they trash. Taking over lanes, make your Benzes and Mercedes crash. Dance with the devil, I bring turbo from the 80s back. Breaking out the ozone, bitch, I'm about to go home. Kept me from the planet, I do damage like the cameras on a racist cop. Trying to make a stop on a nigga. It's a Black Geronimo, I got the drop on you niggas for real. I don't never know what to say sometimes, man. They ask me, yo, Jess, you still doing this music shit? That should be hurting, man. I feel like they gotta understand. I feel like a kid again. I just had a kid though. Less than that 25. At first I ain't see it though. Nigga, I'm 26, still doing these rap shows. Think it's time to put that in perspective with my efforts, cause I don't wanna be 30, making music, getting buried. I wish everybody listened. I wish everybody heard it. I make everybody hear it. How don't everybody get it? I could be the greatest ever. I ain't worried about my city. I ain't lying, keep it realist. It's a talent, you can feel it. I could rap it, I could write it, I could sing it, I could kill it, I could build it in a day. Hoes roaming through the palace, rock a Caesar or the fake. Don't keep Brutuses around me. I ain't new to this. The Judases is who gon' get surrounded. Cause this car will come with armor and your head can catch a bounty like this 9 to 5. Cause this feel like Columbine. This shit is killing the kid. I take a shot to the head. Just know I'm close to the edge. I think I'm supposed to be scared. Fuck it, I'm jumping instead. Ain't worried about where I land. Do it like Eddie Murphy. I gave up my life for this shit. I want my cornbread. Just know I'ma fight for this shit. Do it like Eddie Murphy. I gave up my life for this shit. And I want my cornbread. You know I'ma fight for my shit.
Oh, motherfucker, you can't have my cornbread, that's for damn sure. But if you try to take my cornbread, part 2 of my killing spree gonna begin up in here on your ass right now. If you think about my cornbread making the taste out your mouth, that's for damn sure. Now fuck him, fuck that. Nobody take no cornbread from me. And that go for you and any other you motherfucking farmers wanna try some shit. You fuck around with me, it's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Why does everybody wanna act tough? Why they be turning to their smartphones when you callin' they bluff? Why my homies turn to a goofy when he got money? Why in the Bronx tell I still be thinking collusion or couldn't save Sonny? Why do people wanna hang when they come home from a bed? Asking how you been doing, jotting down what you did. Why you hate your baby mother if you had that kid? Why is your mother still working while you be bored at the crib? Why you be taking life for granted, knowing that death is promised? Why the fuck they killed Big L when the homie gave us Ebonics? Why they disrespect the Bronx as if we not already wildin'? Tables, ladders, and chairs, it's nothing new at City Island. Why does Trump not do anything about the water and Flint? Why the fuck you keep copping dubs and then complain that it's skimp? Why do I choose to show my pain? Why do you care to explain? You say you the hottest out, why I never heard your name? Why my favorite rapper not doing numbers? Why is there a new mumble rapper breaking the radio every single summer? Why I'm sick to my stomach, I see a picture of my ex. Why when people get me hot, my first reaction is to flex? Never worry about no threats. Why you stay up on subliminals? My homie wore his hoodie. Why they view him as a criminal? Shit be looking typical. Together we invincible. People afraid to act. I flip the script like reciprocals. Why do you choose to hate when there's so much love to give? You say you care about your homie. Why you let him smoke a cig? I'm just trying to do it big. Bigger than anyone did it. Wait till I'm on your airwaves. Just give me 1 minute to explain these 3 letters I claim. It's dream, work, hustle. 4 letters in my name. A fifth of Henny in the stew. My entourage be rocking blue. Feeling like the 6th man. Running like I'm 7'2". Y'all can stay up on them apes. I hope you graduate to wait. Just be careful cause they holding 9s. Plotting what to take. Please don't make a real mistake. Nothing I speak is fake. Had to ask a couple questions. I'm praying that you relate. Lord, why?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. This is the place for it. Yeah. Take it from me now, I make you pay for it. Shine, shine, Lord, I put the work for it. Real niggas ain't feeling the way for it, but they feel the way for it. This ain't the place for it. Take it from me now, I make you pay for it. Shine, shine, Lord, I put the work for it. Real niggas ain't feeling the way for it, but they feel the way for it. Heard about it, let me tell you about it. Ain't no other option, get it through your noggin. from different breeding, you ain't gonna be me. Multiply it where it ain't enough. Niggas hungry, but the tummy tuck. Keep it on you when they acting up. Keep it on you when they acting up. Back in my way, say that she love you, but leave you today. Fucking the good, now she cooking me steak. Niggas gon' talk and they always gon' hate. Throwing no ride and you taking the bait. If you wanna try and take it from me, you ain't never gon' take it from me. Funny games till you're making money, your buddy till it's looking scummy. Praise God, praise God. Keep me calm and help collect. Invest my time, increase the check. You owe me once I come collect. I rap for the shit to the death of me. If you don't know, come and check for me. Tell you there's one ticket end of it. Tell you again and you dead to me. Nigga, don't play with me. This is the place for it. Yeah, take it from me now, I make you pay for it. Shine, shine, Lord, I put the work for it. Real niggas ain't feeling the way for it, but they feel the way for it. This ain't the place for it. Take it from me now, I make you pay for it. Shine, shine, Lord, I put the work for it. Real niggas ain't feeling the way for it, but they feel the way for it. This ain't the place for it. What can you say for it? I started for nothing and nigga I take over. You feeling the way for it. Ain't catching the flame, now I bring the flamethrower. You know that I aim for you. On top of your game, but nigga it's game over. I'm bringing the change over. No time for no layover. Got it on the regular. Multiplying my competitors. Keep on praying like a predator. Talk about you just to credit you. I just started seeing brighter days. Motivated by the finer days. Everybody got a lot to say, but they never say it to your face. I'm saying a prayer to all of my enemies. I don't get caught up cause it'll be the death of me. Niggas go hate but my brothers will rap for me. I'm a uplift but you dragging me. I ain't giving you the time of day. Time is money, get to working. Stacking like it's day to day. Get these other niggas in the place for it. Yeah, take it from me now, I make you pay for it. Shine, shine, Lord, I put the work for it. Real niggas ain't feeling the way for it, but they feel the way for it. This ain't the place for it. Take it from me now, I make you pay for it. Shine, shine, Lord, I put the work for it. Real niggas ain't feeling the way for it, but they feel the way for it. Cash, yeah, cash. Cash, yeah, cash.
We're back. That was a dope video by the man to the right of me right now. I have the pleasure of having him as a guest. Our first guest of the day for the Heat Market Radio. We have Iman in the building. Iman. I'm chilling, my brother. How are you, man? Oh, man, thank you for coming, bro. All I do is extend the invites, and if you guys bite, we definitely reel you in. But yeah, man, it's crazy how I stay up all night because I work. You know what I'm saying, at nighttime. So, and I'm just giving you a little rundown of how I found you, right? So I go through thousands of IGs, bro. Like thousands, literally thousands. You know what I'm saying? I put in Bronx rappers, I put in Yonkers rappers, I put in everybody. You know what I mean? Just to see. I like to see. You know what I mean? Like their little videos or see whatever they upload. And that gets my attention a lot. And there's one you had put in there. Oh man, it was like one of your latest posts. It was a video, I believe it was. It was, and the lyrics was like, oh shit.
Okay, I know which one. It was from my single "Open Letter" off of my project.
Give me a line.
Pick your poison. I pray to God I'm chosen for more than my mind could open.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it right there. That's definitely it. And I seen you was from up here too.
Yeah.
I seen you was from Yonkers. I was like, wow, it's a real good convenience. You know what I'm saying? I know he'll definitely be able to make it and show up or whatever. Now I had no clue at all that we know a lot of the same people. You know what I'm saying? And that's even more crazy. You know what I mean? Like shout out to Rondon Beast. I don't know if he's on the check-in, but he should be looking. You know what I mean? Or he's definitely.
I just actually hit him right now. So
yeah, he just hit your brother too. He was on the FaceTime and shit. I gave him a quick salute. But yeah, man, and it's funny you telling me that he actually is doing some of your most of your project.
Yeah. We've been working for years already. Actually,
that's dope.
That's my brother right there. He actually did the majority of the project that we just released in January called Blessed.
Mm.
And then in order for y'all to get that, just type in Iman Blessed on any like Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, all that. So.
Dope. So all right, let's take it back to beginning how I should have just started the interview.
Yeah.
All right, so how long have you been rhyming?
I've been rhyming since I was 12 or 13.
Okay.
But I didn't start taking it serious till I was like about 16, 17.
What made you take it serious?
Well, I used to be an athlete. I was playing baseball very competitively.
Okay.
And, my brother, he started producing when he was 12.
Mm.
And today's actually his 21st birthday. So
Wow, shout out to him, man.
So
Happy birthday, my brother. Shit came in here, man. What you doing over there hiding, bro? We'll bring you back in a few. Don't worry, we're gonna get you in.
So then, you know, the first thing I ever wanted to be when I was younger, I wanted to be a rapper. That was the first thing ever. I remember watching Bow Wow and Fab and like videos and stuff. Dang. I told my parents like, "Yo, this is what I want to do," but that wasn't that wasn't what they were thinking about. So,
well, be honest with you, that no parent wants to hear, "Yo, you want to be a rapper?" Okay, yeah.
Especially, you know, we lived in early on. I was born in the Heights, and I lived in Inwood, like Dykeman, Inwood.
Okay,
Since I was 13, and
right.
That's when we moved over to Yonkers and stuff. So that was always my vision. I always wanted to be a rapper. So I was playing baseball and stuff. I got hurt to the point that I wasn't happy anymore, like playing
baseball.
And when I wasn't playing, I was always like writing poetry.
Let me ask you that. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Your baseball days, right? Playing.
Yeah.
Whose decision was that? Was that yours? You wanted to actually play, or was your parents like, you got to do something?
That was me.
Okay, good,
My parents
good,
just
good.
wanted me to stay in school.
Yeah.
But I was that kid who always liked to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't the internet kid, the phone kid. I wanted to play outside all the time, so I was just playing baseball.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good. You don't get that a lot nowadays.
Nah. It's a whole nother generation now, so it's just crazy.
We had this kid in last week, man. I don't know if you know him. Last Will. You ever heard of him?
Nah.
He's pretty young. He's around your age, whatever. And excuse me when I call you guys young. I'm 45. You know what I'm saying? So it's to me, you know what I mean? Like so he was into the video game and stuff like that. So at first it kind of like had me like, oh yeah, he was just, you know, but he actually is a gamer. Like he goes to tournaments and all that shit and wins. And he changed my whole perspective on yeah. And I had no idea about that. You understand what I'm saying? Because my son wants the PlayStation 4, wants all those other things, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But because the same way I guess every parent thinks, you know what? I'd rather him be at home playing this than outside of the street, you know, messing around or whatever. If he's not into sports and stuff like that, the way you're doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, you're enlightening me right now. Like it's a whole different perspective that I hear from not just that average kid. You know what I mean? The average kid, like I said, he'll be like, oh well, I want to stay home and play video games. You're telling me you want to be outside, but to play sports, and that's a great thing, man. I commend you on that.
It was easy to get caught up in a whole like with people that you shouldn't be around and stuff.
Definitely.
You know, living
especially in the Heights, man. Hell yeah, especially.
Crazy. So I mean,
how's the transition up here?
I feel like I grew up to know myself. If anything.
Out here, you learned that.
Out here.
Okay.
You know, I've been living here since I was 13. I'm 22 now. So.
Now let me ask you: did you make that realization because there's not? I mean, I don't live up here, but I've frequented around here and I've seen a couple of houses and stuff like that. Shopping, I want to actually move it. But did you make that decision? Did you grow up that way because there's not that much access to all of that? You know what I mean? Like that.
I feel you know, you gotta drive everywhere.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's just like it was just different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, being that new kid in Yonkers, it was different because it's like the fact that, you know, I used to get bullied and stuff.
Yeah, of course, everybody goes through that.
All of that type of, you know, getting into mad fights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then trying to make people accept you and stuff like that, caring what people think. But then you just, when you go through that, you kind of like figure things out as time goes on, and you just like you become your own person and understanding who you are.
Did you get the bullying up here too?
Nah, it was crazy up here. That's where it started.
Oh, up here?
Up here, yeah.
Oh shit! Wow.
Because you know, when I was younger, since I was in Dykeman and stuff, that was like when you're growing up with those kids, it's just like those are the same kids you're gonna be around. And stuff, so they already know you.
Definitely.
But it's like when you're coming into a whole other city, it's just like, yo.
Yeah. Who's the new nigga?
Yeah. I'm not that tall either, so like.
Yeah, that's always.
I was just getting into like a whole bunch of trouble, like just doing like a whole bunch of things. It's just you know, hanging around with the wrong people and stuff, and then I could have got myself caught up into a whole lot of things, but you know, I just like, thank God, like it just it took me a different direction.
That's dope, man.
So, yeah.
That's good. So all right, so when you moved up here, it was 13, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's when the rap career began, or was it 1 year before that?
I was still writing and stuff.
But I know, but that's when your interest shifted towards.
As soon as my brother started producing, it was like that's when it. I felt like the dream was accessible.
Okay.
Like, you know, I was like, cause I didn't think it was easy. Like it could happen. So as soon as he got it, then I'll just start messing around, just like writing little things and stuff. But excuse me, he was taking his producing very serious.
Yeah, as you should.
So you know, and then I didn't start taking it serious till after baseball.
Mm.
And then that's when it just unleashed a whole other thing.
So, all right, let me get it right. 15?
Around like 16.
16.
Yeah,
All right,
16,
16. You taking it serious now?
Yeah.
Do you guys invest and say, yo, let's go to a studio, or is it like let's record in the crib?
Yeah, it was. You know, I would just book studio sessions at so many places, but it got to the point that I realized that you could save so much more money just building a studio in your
Yes,
crib.
sir.
So we did that,
Mm.
and we got our own equipment, everything. So everything that I record comes out of my crib, and people get shocked when I say that, but it's just it's the way it comes out. But it's like, oh, I only get my stuff sent out for mixing. That's a big thing. Make sure you got clear vocals and stuff.
Let me explain something to you. All right. I would never be shocked. I would even be more impressed with you, the way you just explained that to me. Because, all right, if you're gonna make an altering, you know what I mean, a career change in your life, as far as like, you know, going from one thing to another, you invest in yourself. You invest in everything about you, especially your brother. Y'all both, you know what I mean, on that same path as far as, you know, entering the music world. So it would only make sense to say, yo, let's build a studio in the crib. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna take it serious, what other plays would you know what I mean would be suitable? You're not gonna be an MC and have, you know what I mean, like a basketball court in your room. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna actually invest in the studio, and that makes perfect sense. That shows dedication, for one. You know what I mean? Like real sincere dedication on both you guys' parts. You know what I mean? Who did now to build a studio and everything? Did you guys invest in it yourselves, or you got parents investing, or?
I used to sell sneakers back in the day.
Oh shit, my son too.
So,
yeah. Would you get like the real exclusive joints?
Like,
and
I used to have a bot and everything just to like get everything from online and just,
dope.
you know, I was copying everything, just reselling.
Now, when you resell, were you making hand-to-hand exchanges, or you were doing it?
I'll take it to Flat Club.
Okay.
It was like a consignment thing, and they take like 20%.
Yeah.
So I was
definitely
doing that like crazy.
Yeah, because my son called me one day. He was like, Dad, I want you to come with me downtown. I'll make this exchange. I'm like, yo, bro, let me tell you something. Man. You don't know who the hell is, you know, being behind a computer desk. You know what I'm saying? Like, typing to you. Yeah, I'll meet you there. I'm a white guy with glasses. And then he shows up. It's like a mob of 4 dudes. Because Jordans are like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, those are hot commodities.
Yeah.
And he had like really exclusive pairs, man. He had this box, I remember. And they had 2 pairs in one. One was like suede, all red, and then another one was suede, I think, all gray. Like, it was like a limited edition joint. Like, and he spent a lot on them. But that's definitely a great, you know what I mean, a great way to.
For a fact. And it got to the point that my father started like helping out.
That's dope.
He saw how serious we were taking it.
Yeah, why not?
So you know, I was blessed enough to have the opportunity to be like, you know, he was just saying, make sure y'all just do your thing in school.
That's most important.
And do your music. That's it. Don't worry about anything else.
So you graduated, right?
Nah, I'm still in college right now. I should have graduated this year, but it's getting to the point that it's like so much is going on with me that it's just.
As far as what, the music, or?
With the music. I'm taking like 2 classes a semester right now. Because if I do more than that, I'll probably fail like classes and stuff because I don't even got the time anymore.
I mean, I understand, you know what I'm saying? But then again, like I would always give this advice to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need always something to fall back on. And education, you will never lose. You understand what I'm saying? So just make sure you get that done.
No,
bro.
I'm like halfway. Well, more than halfway. I'm like 75% done.
Oh, so you good.
Like, I'm just, you know, I just want to make sure that I at least get good grades while I'm
Of
there.
course.
So it's like I don't want to overdo it. So
Of course.
I'm a finish for a fact. I already got my what is it called? My associates.
Okay.
I gotta just, we went for the bachelor.
Of course. Yeah, no, that's good then, man. I mean, you just, like I said, bro, just make sure you do that. Make that a part of it. Because it's not just for you, it's for your parents too. You know what I mean? Like,
they done enough for me.
Exactly. Exactly. It's the reward, man.
It's the reward.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And you seem like you're on a good path, man. Like I said, there's a lot of dudes coming here, and I hear a lot of their stories and what they up to and stuff like that. And or I talk to people online too. A lot of people online, like a lot of guys send me music and stuff like that, and I'll be like, all right, well, send me your bio. 9 times out of 10, none of them have a bio, which is all good. But I'll interview them real briefly, like through text or through email, and a lot of them will just give me this like the hardship story, like, yo, this is it. I ain't got nothing else going for me, and there's nothing else in the world out here for me. And this is kind of what I had this discussion with him Just Cuz about, because he's like, yo, man, you got 4 felonies, over 3 felonies, and there's no other hope for you in the world. I'm like, yo, there's always hope. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's always hope. There's always an alternative. You understand? There's always something. Pride comes into the fact. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to say, yo, I work at McDonald's. You know what I mean? Or I work at, Best Buy, whatever the case may be. But, bro, a job is a job. Income is coming in. That's all it comes down to.
100%.
All right.
It's just the fact of just keeping that faith to know that everything's going to be all right.
Dope.
Just staying on your feet. So.
Definitely. So, you mixing it up with Ron Don and all these guys, Mike Cuz. You ever go down to Steel Sessions, man?
Of course. I've been to almost every single one.
Not the one in Jersey.
I did go to the one in Jersey.
I was there.
That's crazy.
I was definitely in the one in Jersey. Yeah? What time you got there? Was it late?
I was there early because Rondon,
Did you go with Rondon?
No, he went with Buddha. He was in
Okay.
the studio with Buddha the day before.
Yeah.
And then I met him over there. We took our photographer, Steven Sandoval. And we linked over there. Then we
That's
stuck over
dope.
there. So,
I was there from, we got there early too, man. I got there like around 12:30.
You're talking about the one in Montclair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there from 12:30 to like 8 at night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
I
think
was there the whole time.
that's an amazing opportunity for producers, even artists.
It definitely is.
I seen it how it started and what it's getting to be now.
Definitely.
It's been crazy to see that growth.
Definitely is, man.
Yeah.
I think I commend anybody doing anything for hip hop nowadays. Events like that. You understand what I'm saying? Where it's like you get to be in a room and mix it up with all these dudes, because I would have never really met Rondon if that wasn't the case. And it's crazy because Rondon was telling me that he grew up on 166 in Walton. I live right up the block from there. You know what I mean? And it's like it's just a small world altogether, man. Like all these guys, yeah. And we were talking about it. I was like, oh shit, like this dude, I knew this dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is a small world, man. When it comes down to think about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but So, all right, inspiration.
Inspiration as an artist, or
yes, sir.
Artist. It's always been Hove, Kanye, Lil Wayne. Right now, my favorite rapper right now is Cole, J. Cole. Ever since he started, I feel like that's the connection that I've always understood everything he was talking. I felt like it related to me so much.
Definitely.
I love Kendrick, Drake.
Now let me stop you.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are all the political answers, right? Those are all the political first choices. Give me some inspiration of artists who are not on the big board. No, not on the big board.
Oh, not on the big board?
No. Artists that do you listen to anyone besides the mainstream rappers?
Of course.
Exactly. That's the list I want to hear.
This is dude named Collaborate.
Hmm?
I forget how to pronounce his name. He's dope.
From New York?
I don't know where he's from. I think he's from New York or LA.
Okay.
But he's dope. My homie Blas 89 from Yonkers.
Okay.
Dope. Like he could sing, he could rap. Sko from Yonkers. Like
I heard of him.
Yeah,
I definitely heard of him.
That's my homie too.
Hit them up, man. Let them know if they want to come to the show, bro.
They'll do it too.
I'll definitely, I'll get him a nice producer here and there.
Yeah, so, it's just pretty much, I just listen, it's either I'm listening to me all the time because I'm constantly like working on a whole bunch of things, or I'm listening to my homies or my favorite artist. Like my favorite artist of all time is Kid Cudi. Like,
he's dope.
That's somebody. And it's not even on a rapping aspect. It's just about just the story, the music, everything itself. That was something that helped me go through a lot of things.
Now, I listen to you. You're very lyrical. You know what I'm saying? You got the bars. Everything is great. How much do you know about like the old, like as far as the when it first started?
The first thing I remember, the first stuff I ever listened to, because my parents they didn't want us listening to hip hop like back in the days, because you know, of course, when you're around and all that stuff, you don't want to get caught up into something. My uncles, I remember the first thing I ever heard was Biggie Smalls' "Warning."
See, but all right, this is what I I don't mean to cut you off again, bro, but when I mean old school, I mean origins, like where first. How much do you really know? Not even before them.
Before that?
Yeah. See, because they. Well, you ever heard of Treacherous 3?
Yes, actually.
Okay, you ever heard of oh my God, bro. So like Tone Capone?
Yes.
Sugar Hill?
Yes.
Okay. Give me some more then.
Keep going. Easy.
No, you give me some more.
Give you some more.
Steady B?
No.
No?
No.
Wow. Cool C?
No.
Okay. Well, these are EST?
No.
Just Ice?
I think so.
He started with KRS-One? Like, well, no, he started before KRS-One, actually.
KRS, of course.
Mantronics? You ever heard of Mantronics?
Yes.
Your brother should know what Mantronics is, man.
You know, it's like it's tough because you know you try to go back as far as you possibly can.
No, the only listen, there's no wrong answer. You know what I'm saying? It's just I feel like, you know, the more you guys do, the more research of like these early rappers. Yeah, because there's rappers out there, believe it or not, man. That I mean, all right, put it in this way. The first Def Jam recording. You know what the first Def Jam recording was?
I do actually.
What was it? Let's see. This is good trivia. If you know this, bro, I'll be highly impressed, brother. Highly impressed if you know this. The first Def Jam recording.
Oh my God! Just say it.
Tila Rock, It's Yours.
I was gonna get it wrong.
Okay.
I know that song, though.
That right there, if you listen to those lyrics, they're very complex for that time. You understand? Like it there's a lot of things in there that it went over people's heads. You understand? Because at the education level at that time, nobody was learning shit. Everybody was dropping out of school. Yeah. So you had this guy making this record, and he's using these giant words. You know what I'm saying? And you might be familiar with one or two of the words, you know what I mean? Whatever. But you never understood what he was trying to say in the song. You know what I mean? Because everybody thinks it's just somebody rhyming about, you know, whatever. I recently, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, because I recently went back and listened to it again, like a couple of 5, 6, 7 times, and I was like, holy shit. Like, now I understood what he was trying to say. Like, because when I was younger, it went over my head. You know what I mean? It was like, all right, I know the beat was incredible, you know what I'm saying? And the song was dope. But I never really understood what point he was trying to make.
You see, like, for us, it was the fact that we would try to go back to, we listen to the Rakim,
yeah.
We listen to freaking 36 Chambers, like,
yeah, as you should, as you should.
Going back to, you know, I didn't get into Nas till late.
Wow,
that's crazy. That's
that kind of almost hurts my heart right there, bro.
Favorite rapper,
as it should be, as it should be.
I didn't get into Nas. I didn't get to Nas till, like, obviously you know who Nas is.
It's crazy though, because you're lyrical, and I was gonna, you know, the comparison is this.
And, you know, and when I say late, I mean like I wouldn't say like now late. I mean like it was probably like when I was 15 or like.
Oh, that's not late, man.
I
mean,
late. Nah,
not compared to. I thought you meant like 2 weeks ago, bro. I was like, damn, bro, this guy here. No, definitely is. It just you not getting up on him is kind of disrespectful, but we'll just keep going.
Because it was like, I remember, I was just a really big Hov fan. I just studied Hov and Biggie like crazy, and that was something that.
You think they're originators of their styles?
No.
Okay.
No. I remember when Jay-Z used to rap fast, like Jay-Z.
Yo, let me tell you something, bro. Now you impress me even more than anything, and anybody that's ever sat in that chair. I have this argument with a lot of people that come in here, and they're like, "Oh, nah, you crazy. He's the best, and he's original, and this and that." I'm like, listen, bro, he's not original. If you dissect Jay-Z's first, matter of fact, do you remember what his first single was? Do you remember who he was with before that? Original Flavor? You remember Original Flavor? With what's this guy's name? He's a big producer now. He was rapping at that time. He was in a group called Original Flavor, and he was rhyming almost like Das Effects. You know what I mean? Like almost like real fast though, but like gimmicky, real gimmicky.
Yo, Josh, it was what was it, Jazzo or?
Josh, get in here, man. Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh.
It was Jazzo.
We need Josh in here real quick.
And Hov. And that's when Hov was rapping mad fast.
This is Josh. This is Iman's brother.
What's up?
You're not seeing twice. He's a producer as well. Josh, yeah, man.
But no, I know what you're talking about when Jay used to rap fast. Like he goes like, "I got a money
Ski.
machine." And
Do you remember Ski? Remember Ski? That was his partner in Original Flavor. Ski Beats. Now, you ever heard Ski Beats?
Yeah.
That was him. He started with Jay-Z. They started on a group called Original Flavor, and they were both like really fast. I can't remember this. Can I Get Open? That's the name of the single. It was real fast. The beat was dope. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who did it, but he sounded nothing like the Jay-Z you hear nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
That's why when Nas was beefing, he was saying that like he copied his style and.
Because all right, for instance, like that's one thing. Like Nas, why I say is the original because when he came out, it was like more of a scientifical street. You know what I mean? Intellectual thug style.
How young he was to write the way he was writing.
Exactly. But what a lot of people don't know is before Nas, there was a rapper from Queens named Intelligent Hoodlum. You ever heard of him?
No.
Okay. Well, Intelligent Hoodlum was that Nas, but not on Nas's level. Like he was intelligent and he was still street. He had all of that shit together. Nas was just a younger version. You know, the younger generation is always gonna kind of outdo the older generation because, you know what I mean, it's just that's how things are. You know what I mean? Things evolve. So he kind of, I don't want to say he took any of his style, but he definitely took pieces of it. The way every rapper has done before him. You know what I mean? The way Biggie style is, the way Jay-Z style is, that's all little pieces of Big Daddy Kane, of Rakim, of all of these old rappers that came before them, and they just meshed it all together. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That the same thing that Nas kind of did with this guy, Tragedy. You know what I mean? Gaddafi. His name is Tragedy Gaddafi. He's from Queensbridge. And, damn, I forgot where I'm going with this, but, yeah, that caliber of an MC, you know what I'm saying? I stand aside and be like, all right, well, that's an original. That's an original, you know what I mean, artist. Jay-Z, Biggie, they, like I said, I've seen their styles before. So to me, it wasn't like, oh my God. When people say, oh, he's the greatest rapper and all these other things.
The thing about Jay, that I used to be, because I always
put the
like
mic a little bit closer to you, brother.
I always used to like flip-flop between like who's my favorite rapper because it used to always be M, Nas, and Jay.
Okay.
What Jay does that is so good is he has elements of Nas and he has elements of something else, plus his entendres are crazy.
Definitely.
But Nas is more like his stories are crazy, his delivery's crazy, his subject matter is crazy. Like nobody at the time heard a rapper use plateau in a verse.
You're right.
And everybody's like, what? And M, his rhyme scheme is just ill.
You're right. One thing, all right, this might be a shock. If you don't watch the show, you don't know, but I'm not a fan of Biggie at all. Or Jay.
Really?
Or Jay. None of them.
Not even Reasonable Doubt Jay?
None of the Jays. None of the Biggie stuff.
Really?
Yes, and I'll explain to you why.
Okay.
All right. Biggie, for one, I had this conversation with my boy. Like we were like, yo, to me, Pun is in the class by himself. You understand what I'm saying? Like Pun, lyrically, everything. You understand? The only thing I would say that Pun lacked, and I never really heard him really divulging, was storytelling. That was, I think, Pun's only thing that I'd never heard him really get into.
Sorry to cut you off, yo. Chris Rivers, bro.
Oh, he's incredible.
That's the homie.
Incredible.
Yo.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about that kid.
That niggas be tight.
You don't know how hard I'm trying to get this nigga on this show, bro. And like I've gone through so many other people's and never got it.
I can hit you up. I can hit him up.
Bro, we'll do that after. If you could get him on this show, bro, like you don't understand what that would mean. Because I have somebody in mind, like a producer I want to bring for him.
Talk about that after.
No doubt. But his dad, that man, all right, lyrically, you see what his son is capable of. He was there, and if he would have just been out the world, you know, if he would have kept living.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to Biggie and Jay, right? I always thought Jay was like a clone of Biggie. That's why I didn't like Jay. Like I just feel like I said, the younger generation comes and they expand with it and they take it, you know what I mean, to another level. That's what I saw Jay do. Because like I said, him coming from rhyming all fast and all that other wild shit to getting onto the drug dealing and you know what I mean, and the gangsters, you know what I mean, type of shit wasn't in his style when he first started. So for that, you kind of lose a little bit of respect in my eyes. You understand? That's just normal. I take that into people too. You know what I mean? Like how I meet anybody, first impression is always everything for me. You know what I'm saying? And if you change up on me after, like put it like this, I'll be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's do a show together. You know what I mean? I'm putting on a show. I want you to come or whatever. And we so humble right now the way we having this conversation. After this show, I hit you up and you're like, yo, man, I can't do it, man. I can't fuck with you right now. You know, whatever. You get a little Hollywood or whatever on me. I'll kind of lose a little bit of respect for you. I don't think I'll call you back after that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I am in life with everybody in general, because I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. Anyway, that's how I looked at Jay-Z compared to Biggie, right? So Biggie, I had this conversation, like I was saying, about him and Pun with my friend. And this dude is a real conscious dude. And we argue. Then he broke it down to me. He was like, yo, this is why Biggie is better than Pun. And when I tell you everything else, you're going to be like, oh, shit. So he's like, yo, Biggie was a great storyteller. When he says his rhymes, you could picture everything he's saying while he's saying it. I gave him nothing but respect for that, because it opened my eyes to like, oh, shit, you know, he's right. When Biggie does tell a story or when he rhymes, whatever, you kind of picture what he's saying. His ability to incorporate being a player, being a big dude like that. I knew big dudes around my way who used to sell drugs. They were heavy, and they used to get the women. You know what I mean? And it wasn't because of their looks. You know what I mean? And Biggie was honest with that. He knew that that's kind of reason why. You know what I mean? Like chicks always, you know, following him or whatever. And then he has that personality too, which did match everything he was saying. Because I remember dudes, it wasn't just that they was fat and they had money and they was selling drugs. They was like witty dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like they would make a handsome dude look stupid. You know what I mean? Just off of what they would say. Because handsome dudes, sometimes they have to have confidence and, you know what I mean, and build it up. And this dude, it was just coming off the head naturally. So that, I found comparison to Biggie. So I was like, all right, yo, he is opening my eyes. Biggie is nice. You know what I'm saying? He definitely is nice. And then I got started comparing certain things about Pun to him, whatever. And my argument was kind of losing. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? This dude is right in a way. So just for that fact, I don't like Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Because it definitely is. Because I was so gun-ho about Pun, bro. One, because he's Puerto Rican. Another one, he's from the Bronx. He lived like... His mother's house was right next door to my mom's house. Like it was the comparison was so much. My brother used to work for Loud Records and stuff like that, and my brother is credited on Pun's first album for promotion. Like yeah, they did all the promotion for all the yellow stickers and everything, and they used to run around. We used to drive the Loud van. It was crazy. So like I had such a big connection to him in my room. I have memorabilia from Pun, bro. That my brother actually has it now. That. I know if I put it on eBay, it'll get some dough. Like his first original sticker. I don't know if y'all ever seen what his first original sticker was. You remember? No. It was a dagger, a knife, and it had like a feather on it, Indian feather, and the dagger said Punisher on it. It was in like a circle with yellow and red. Not too many people even seen that because they made like, I don't even think 100 copies of that. So that went, and then they went into, they did the remarketing and said, no, let's go with the big Pun thing. And then, you know what I mean? And that famous sticker went everywhere. So. That's really why I kind of didn't like Biggie, but not to take anything away from
it's different because you experienced it. Yeah. So the same way you feel is how we feel about Jay because we experienced it.
Yeah. Of course, and believe me, I'm not trying to change y'all minds on anything. You know what I'm saying? I know. I'm just saying. To me, that's the reason why I didn't like them as artists. Like you know what I mean, like that. Now, when I look at it like an original artist, you know what I'm saying, somebody who created their own style and stuff like that, that's when, you know what I mean, Nas comes into mind and stuff. And there's other great rappers, you know what I'm saying? Black Thought to me is like one of the illest. And not just off of that freestyle he just dropped.
He's always been
always. And I can't, you don't know how I get frustrated when I don't hear anybody even mention his name. You understand, like that, when it comes into anybody's top 5.
Man, it's crazy because actually, my uncle, he's in my uncle's top 5.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in my uncle's top 5, and that's something
he. You know your uncle's top 5 by heart?
Nah.
I know Nas is number 1 on his list.
Nas is there.
He is
there. Big is there. Black Thought is there. I forgot the 5th one, but that's something he always told me. He said, Like Black Thought.
He was that dude, man.
Yeah.
He was definitely that dude, and you can't take anything away from that because that guy, listen, he earned his stripes being in there.
I'm happy that freestyle came out though for people who who didn't know. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. You know who's another one that's like my top 5 is awkward. You know what I mean? Like it's different. I can't even have a top 5 to be honest with you. It would be like a top 10, like because there's so many that when I concentrate on lyrics, put it like that. Like I don't concentrate on
anything else, just lyrics.
yeah, like you and not just all right. Well, he says something. You know what I mean in this line or whatever. Like it has to be a consistent flow. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't expect everybody to have every 2 bars. You know what I mean? Like ones that are your favorite, but in a song, I believe you should have consistency. So it has to have like at least 6 lines. To me, that's just where I have my poll at. You know what I mean? Like I need to hear 6 that are in that one verse. Like oh shit, then I get like really you know what I mean excited and stuff like that. So my number 1, bro. Excuse me. I'm not even gonna give you 5. I'll give you 3, just to make it short. And the top 3 is definitely Nas. You know what I'm saying? Because when he dropped, like his whole movement was crazy. Having all of those producers on his first album means that, and you talking about all the top producers at that time. When you have all of those top producers getting involved in one album, you understand, by one dude, because before that, I don't think it was heard of in hip hop for all those for an album to drop and have that many different producers work on a project. You know, that's one thing that, you know what I mean? Like, I'll say that he's a trendsetter for, and well deserved, because these guys saw something that nobody else saw. You know what I mean? Like the potential for this kid. So he's definitely number 1 just because of that and because his lyrics. He's crazy. Now, I would go against him because I'm from the Bronx and Queens. You know, Bronx got that shit, whatever. But to me, I just undoubtedly have to have him there. 2, Black Thought, of course. I want to move Pun in there, but then, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's like, that's what I'm saying. My list is crazy. You know what I'm saying? RZA has always been, to me, I don't know if you really listen to RZA. You have to listen to RZA.
I love RZA for a different reason.
Beat-wise, of course.
I love
of course.
RZA for production, but
you have to listen to RZA. Like, I'll give you 3 songs that if you go home and you listen to them, you're going to call me up and be like, yo, Shay, you was definitely right, bro.
And probably heard them too, so let's see. Let's keep going.
4th Chamber.
4th Chamber, okay.
Oh, man. I have to text you the rest, to be honest. I got to find the names because they off different albums.
I hope you can really convince me.
I'm telling you, you slow it down and listen to what he's saying, and you will definitely, what's the other, you ever seen the video with him and, oh my God, those guys from Cypress Hill, from the West Coast, Muggs did the beat. It was on Muggs' album.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, that's why I say I got to look for it, because there's key verses that I want you to hear, and just if you dissect them and you listen to everything he's saying, I mean,
so you put RZA over Method Man?
Of course.
Ghostface,
any day.
I'm just shocked you put him over Jay.
Any day.
Hey.
See, like I said,
I respect it though, because I mean,
it's
at the end of the day, it's your top.
And it's complex. You know why I'm gonna tell you it's complex? Because you haven't studied the RZA the way you study Jay and the way you study all these other dudes.
I study
right?
RZA for a different reason. That's the only problem.
I know. But if you were to dissect his lyrics and study him the same way you study Jay and everybody else, I guarantee you might. I'm not gonna say he's gonna convince you to be number 1,
course,
but it'll definitely challenge your opinion on him as a lyricist. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
There's albums like his first album that came out. Yo, not every joint on there is crazy. I'm not saying that, but there's lyrics on there that'll make you be like, holy shit! Like this dude, he's saying things, and he's not just. His mind of the ways, put it like this, there would be no Wu-Tang if it wasn't for RZA.
That's
remember
a fact.
That. And remember that those guys in every interview, all right, every interview you ever look at, they will tell you, yo, we are sharp the way we are because of RZA.
Yeah.
Lyrically, they all look at him as being the abbot. The abbot meaning, you know what I mean, the highest priest. That's for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? All of that is for a reason. They're seeing something that you're not seeing, and they're nice. You understand? So if they're saying that he's nicer than him, what is that telling you? You understand what I'm saying?
So you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna study some RZA.
Please.
And we're gonna talk about this.
Please, if you got somebody you want me to study,
Study some more Jay.
Oh man, that just hurts me to do, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Stop listening to Hov though, or do you still listen and you just keep trying or something? Like what is it?
I'll be honest. All right, this was when did Hov come out? 96. All right, my brother that worked in Loud, right?
Well, a little before that, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
We're talking about mainstream.
I know. This because the story I'm gonna tell you, it came before he released anything on Wax. This is when he was still doing promo. And they just formed Rockefeller, right? This was a promo show they did for VIP Record Pool. All right, this was back in 152nd Street and the Quarry, the name of the club, right? He comes in. He has his little chain. He has a chain. He has like a little Jesus on it, like, you know what I mean, medallion or whatever. Goes to the bar, orders all his drinks and everything, and he's like really, really cocky. You know what I'm saying? Like really cocky with the waitress and everything. So, you know, whatever. Mind you, I'm a person that takes everything into consideration about human beings, about everything in life. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, my first impression of you is like a big one. You know what I'm saying? So he does that or whatever. Something happened with the waitress. She said something to him or whatever. He was trying to actually kick it to her, and she like brushed him off or whatever. I guess not knowing who he was or what a potential who he was, because he wasn't nobody at that time, like literally nobody. Matter of fact, that song from Original Flavor had just dropped or whatever, and he was still, it was fresh off of leaving that group and starting with Rockefeller, and they did their show, whatever. I didn't like none of the songs they did at all, like nothing, none of them songs that was up there, and they probably went on to be the classics that were on that first album. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I didn't like it because I kind of saw where he was at, you know what I mean, personally, you know what I mean, and how much of an arrogant person he was to that waitress, you know what I'm saying, who was just there busting her ass, you know what I mean, working hard or whatever, and he said some slick shit, didn't even leave her a tip or whatever. So to me, it was like personal things, you know what I mean, that get me not to like somebody, you know what I mean. I don't know if I could understand, you know what I mean, lyrically and everything, but.
Let me ask you this. All right, so did you listen to 444?
Yeah, wasn't for me.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a grown man already.
That's a grown man album.
I know. So a lot of the things that he's touching on, I already know about. You understand what I'm saying? He's just kind of like, all right. To me, it was like an album for hood dudes that can't get themselves on track. Like he's trying to instruct you, giving you instructions to get on track.
I wouldn't even see it as that.
I did. Me personally, as being a grown man, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I know a lot of dudes that are 45 that are not on my level. You understand? That still stay on the street and stay, you know what I mean? Living that ignorant life or whatever. That heard that album and was like, holy shit, yo, it's a revelation. You know what I'm saying? And they found the light off of listening to that. You know what I mean? Me, I know them still. I've been living by those codes for years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, do I make the investments he's making? Hell no. I don't make the money he's making. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Can I relate to a lot of the things he was saying on their album? Yeah. He made a lot of sense. It was cool, whatever. But to me, like I said, man, it was almost like a how to get out of the hood for dummies manual. You understand what I'm saying? To me, that's how I kind of took it. I took it that way. Right. And I also took, wait, I don't mean to cut you off. Yeah. I also took it in this way. Like, yo, cool. You own part of the Barclays. You know what I mean? You make millions and whatever. But who the fuck are you to be giving me advice? Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're in a mansion somewhere. You don't go through the day-to-day struggles I go through. Not taking away and not saying that he never has, which is cool. Mm-hmm. But times have changed a lot since those days. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe in this world, a man's only going to get focused and get on his feet and do whatever he's going to do eternally himself. He's the only one that can make that change. You know what I'm saying? I could, bro. You could be the biggest drug addict in the world. I could own 25 rehabs. I could be begging you to come into every day. You're not gonna want to go into the rehab until you're ready to go into the rehab. You understand? You're not gonna make that change till you're ready to make that change. Mm-hmm. No man can make you change. You understand what I'm saying? That's why prison does what prison does to people. You know? They come out, they still enslaved in that mentality, but because of the you know what I mean, the surroundings that they were in, it wasn't one single man making them that way. You understand? It was the whole environment. So, with that being said, like I took the album for what it was. I understood a lot of things he was saying. I see his point. I know what he was trying to accomplish, but bro, I mean, I just feel like your ego is that big that you think that you could just, you know what I mean, enlighten hoods like that. Like that, to me, that's how I took it. What's your take, brother?
think you missing the, like, I think you taking a song.
No, not. It's like 3. I want to say 3.
Which ones?
I don't know my name. Like I said, I don't pay attention to this shit that much.
Like, the whole purpose of that album is just like, this is the most personal we seen Ho.
I know.
And it's just like, okay, let me put you on the family struggles. Let me put you on to how things are going with my mom. Let me put you on to, like, things I fucked up with. Like,
Are those not all situations though that an average person can go through?
Exactly, but that's the thing. Like, we're not thinking about that because of where he's at and how the majority look at him. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Like, I'm not big on like, you know, holding celebrities to a stature or something like that.
But you kind of are.
No, but like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I look at him as like a teacher, because this is somebody else.
And you shouldn't.
No, like, I'm talking about for rhyming.
And you still shouldn't.
All right, so look.
Good.
So for me, that was my pun. Like, for how it is for you.
Damn, bro.
That's my pun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, that's how I would look at. I'm listening to the rhyme schemes. I'm listening to how he's bending words and stuff. I'm listening to all of that type of stuff.
Okay.
So that's what I'm appreciating about Ho.
I understand. I understand completely.
So it's like, people, the way that everybody sees him, he's trying to give you his most vulnerable self.
I understand that completely.
So then it's just like,
I understand completely.
Appreciating the music itself.
Okay. Can I give you this though?
Yeah,
all right. In retrospect, all right, just try to look at it this way.
Yeah.
All right. Before, back in the days, right, when albums were made, right, and when artists were introduced to the world, before there was music videos and there was anything, right, you only got a cover of a record. That's as far as you got to knowing who the artist is or anything besides his name and a brief bio, right? At those times, there were people, you see how you feel right now?
Yeah.
There were people feeling that exact way off the artist without even knowing him or anything about his personal life or about anything.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now music videos come out. Then you have a music video channel. Then you have social media, all these outlets that make you so personally attached to these artists and feel like you feel like you know them. You feel like you're going through their struggles. You understand what I'm saying? You feel like all these other things. And you get wrapped up in that. You know what I'm saying? From an artist. Meanwhile, that man is mortal just like you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I understand what you're saying. But my thing is this. All of those trials and tribulations that he was going through, I've faced myself. You understand what I'm saying? So why is it that by him just touching on the same things that happened to me, happen to him, that I have to look at his body of work and say, holy shit, this is the greatest thing, you know what I mean? Whatever. Or this is enlightening me. This is changing me. Yeah. There's no way. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way. Yeah. Now, what he's doing is basically a marketing scheme and the same thing his wife does. Let's put all our personal business out there because that's what sells. Because the media and everybody on social, on everybody that's watching us, you understand? This is what they want to know. This is what they want to see. Our lives. You understand? What happens in the elevator? What happens everywhere? You know, it's almost like they're feeding you that. You understand? And you're just with a giant plate getting full. You know what I mean? And what does it make you do? Yo, I gotta buy that album because I want to know what's happening in this store. I want to know what happened in the elevator, the real story. You understand what I'm saying? Meanwhile, bro, I could care less what happens in the elevator. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not, like I said, taking nothing away from his artistry or whatever, but I just don't find that whole, you know what I mean, aura to be what it is when it comes from him. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've faced, like I said, the same type of trials and tribulations. I've gone through my own problems. I've dealt with it and battled on my own. Like I said, I could hear his experiences. I could hear how he handled it. That's all good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What works for him is not going to work for everybody in the world.
Yeah, of course.
You understand? So that's why I kind of didn't take it that way. I understand why you took it because you just told me that was your pun, which is okay. Yeah. I'm not taking that away. But in life, you're going to go through things, and your pain. This is why I said you shouldn't write the way he writes, or you mean, or whatever.
Sorry to interrupt you though. But that's like just like saying that's a teacher. So it's just like,
there's no way he's a teacher, bro.
But that's because pun was like that for you.
Though. Pun wasn't a teacher to me.
Okay, so alright.
KRS-One was a teacher to me.
Okay, so KRS-One was your teacher, right?
Yeah. You ever heard KRS?
Of course.
Which
I
album?
sampled KRS in my first beats.
Which you think
Nah,
is
I
his
just
best
know
album?
songs.
What you think is?
I haven't
Oh,
heard
never
a
heard
full
his
body
album.
of work. I just know a bunch of songs.
See, but no. I don't mean to cut you though.
Oh.
But there's so many artists, bro. This is why I'm saying, like, if you really study and find out these albums, and there's certain ones that I'm gonna put you on to. Then I got your number. I'm telling you, tonight I'm gonna go through my list. I'm gonna yo, please listen to this, please listen to this. No, I damn sure am, because I need to get you away from this Jay-Z phenomenon. No bullshit. You need to come to, you know what I mean? Like, there's more out there. If you saying Jay-Z is a teacher, bro, then we gotta really talk.
Many teachers.
Okay.
I got many teachers.
All right.
One right now that I'll tell you that is like really getting to me right now is Styles P.
Of course. Yeah. The Ghost. Yeah, of course.
Nah, like just being
it helps from his your neighborhood too, huh?
I was just with him the other day.
That's dope. That's dope.
Bro, like just being there to know him.
And he's a conscious dude. That's the thing. See, with him, it's consciousness. Ask him if he feels about Jay-Z the way you do when you see him.
He can't though. That's what
Why?
I'm saying.
It's a different time.
That's like
that makes no sense.
No, because look at
it's
this.
the same time.
The way that
We're all alive. Anybody's mind could be changed.
Nah, because the same way you feel about Pun, like the same thing we feel about Jay, how you feel about Pun. But you listen to Pun, you listen to KRS, you're like, all right, I'm gonna learn. The first people that we had to learn from was like Jay, Nas, and you gotta pick pieces that you want to learn. Like, I want to learn Jay's rhyme scheme. I want to learn Nas's delivery.
This is what I'm gonna end this on, because I gotta get to my next guest. But are you done learning in life?
No.
So then you could never say that that's your teacher.
I learned from everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I said. There's many teachers.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If you stay stuck on somebody else's philosophies and you idolize exactly what they're doing, you shortchanging yourself.
No, of course.
Because there's so many other albums that are great bodies of music.
But for this topic, we were just talking about Hov. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why we're keeping the attention on that.
Of course.
I'm not necessarily saying that that's the only person I look to. There's many people that we.
But you kind of focused on him a little.
Because that's who we're talking about.
No, before that, you kind of focused on him a little. Because I told you who my top three was. You was like, Hov's not in there?
That was him.
Oh, sorry.
I'm still shocked.
My fault. You guys are together, so I'm picking on both of y'all.
What I was saying, it was because you said you didn't like Hov. So now
okay, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Okay.
That's how we stuck with him.
Okay.
But there's many teachers in this. You got to be a student
of course.
100%.
Of course. I want you to see a little bit more. That's the whole thing. And I'm talking about like, because to me, when I mention RZA, both of you guys are like
I love RZA.
No, you know for a different way.
I don't have him in my top 5 as a rapper.
And that's what I mean. I respect that. But I'm trying to get at is, you got to see what I see. I'm not making you see it, but I just want you to. It's there. Exactly. See it there, and then tell me what you can learn off of that, because I'm pretty sure you can. The same way you've done. All right. So with that being said, we'll go into your video, introduce your video, and oh man, damn, you sticking around because we got the rest of the show to do. And man, it was a pleasure talking to you, building with you. We definitely had a long conversation. That was pretty long.
Perfect.
Your brother definitely.
Learn new things and all that.
Definitely, but
All right, so this is my video.
No, before that, I'm sorry. Any projects you got coming out? Anything,
so
plug everything you can, bro.
January, it's titled Blessed, so make sure y'all type in Iman Blessed on every streaming platform. Make sure y'all follow me at Only1Iman to stay updated. We actually got a very, very, very big announcement coming this week. Look out for new stuff. I'm currently working on my new project, which is almost done. So, yeah, so...
You coming back when that's done, right?
Yeah, for a fact.
Okay. Yeah, my brother Shashi, everything you too, man.
I'm just working. I'm working to collaborate with people. I just working. I love creating.
So you know what? I'm gonna have you come back too. We're gonna see if we can set up, not this week, maybe next week, the week after that. And you come back, you bring some beats. I have artists come here. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to bring an artist of your own, you know what I mean? Somebody you working with, and we'll make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Your brother can come back too and try to convince me about Jay-Z again. You know? But it was a pleasure having you guys, man. And definitely gonna keep on building. When we're gonna come back, we're gonna have we're gonna go to your video. Now you're gonna introduce your video.
Alright, so this is my video titled Holy, featuring Joshua X and my man's Almighty C's. This is off of my project Blessed, so yeah.
Look what we on. what you want. Lot of you niggas been frontin', I know that. I'm feeling. Look, hold this city damn show who really winning. They ain't never reached, they hit $250,000. Lot of niggas used to hate my old shit. Play it back and show them niggas how I really get it. I been calling God, know he hear me ringing. Swear they see it coming when it's really hitting. Once it's ever given, see just how you driven. Ain't no happy endings when there's new beginnings. Read what's scripted, I meant every line that's written. A mile a minute, I ran past you all, you ain't jogging with it. I'm so persistent, they feel what they want, let it go, so I take it with me. Ain't no light in the dark time, I get mine just to ease the pain and the strife of my own life. Man, I'm here for it all, this ain't a game, I could go when I starve. Frisk the dog, make a call, have you gone by tomorrow? I know that life ain't fair, I know about it. I know we pray for peace, I know we want it. If you don't get it, now tell me what you keep on it. Cause they gon' tell you the pieces and to you I just forgotten. I ain't never feeling the pressure to keep it going. And I ain't never need you to help me when I was growing. I'm getting more to my senses, they stressing. I'm steady flexing, more blessings for who don't get it. I'm praying for your perfection. Look what we on. I do not care what they saying, I'm feeling like you cannot tell us no wrong, yeah. I'm feeling. I do not care what you want. Lot of you niggas been frontin', I know that you wishing the worst for us all, yeah. I'm feeling.
Look, you see it's something like a death wish, but more, that's what I really plan to live for. And shit now, it was you when I was piss poor, and nowadays, it's like my bitches wanna bitch more. Fight after fight and half the time it be my fault. It's dark ahead is out, so fuck it, just turn the lights off. Deep in the churches doing damage, please forgive me, Lord. Envy on their faces, I've seen it since the beginning, Lord. It's like from the beginning, yeah, I've been sinning, Lord. Every time I feel like I had enough, they give me more. Another day, another 10, and had to keep it pushing. Wasn't stable, so the object was to keep it moving. The minute you try to play me, that's when you playing stupid. Just keep it groovy. We all came from the same boat. We landed, now we stranded. Stuck on the same boat, no help in him. Formulate a plan, and that's what all hope. That's what we know. See them every day, they go and ghost. But best friends become foes. Enemies stay foes. With that being said, friends and enemies, who you keep closer? And brothers, they ain't got no names on them. They just improvise. Beauty outweighing the brains, becoming simplified. All in the guts, don't give a fuck how she from the side. Living in the sky, talking day and night. If you gon' do it, better do it right now.
Look what we on. I do not care what they saying, I'm feeling like you cannot tell us no wrong, yeah. I'm feeling. I do not care what you want. Lot of you niggas been frontin', I know that you wishing the worst for us all, yeah. I'm feeling.
Hold down the city, nigga, who really with it? And this ain't even my city, nigga, I came to visit. I'm 4th in inches, I'm about to win it by double digits. Pull a stream in a milli, nigga, I really get it. My head getting too big, I think I feel the ceiling. In Sin City, throwing dollars at the stripper bitches. Make it rain, hurricane on the stripper bitches. Told her bring an umbrella, she being superstitious. A new king, I do bring a new religion. Haters can't stand the rain like it's new edition. I got mine, I take yours, let's do addition. You can make it out the hood if you pay attention. Young niggas hitting licks for them new Yeezys. Brown people, but we praying to a white Jesus. Everybody say they woke, but they still sleeping. I ain't judging cause I know I got my own demons. Devil reaching, but the Lord is watching. This shit way too real, ain't gotta Photoshop it. I don't split the numbers, I need all the profit. I can't be too holy with hoes in my pockets. Higher knowledge. She give me don't never went to college, but I never knock it. It was written, you can never stop it. I might slap the devil, ask him who the hottest, and it's me.
We are back. We are second guest of the show. We got Miles High International in the building. Thank you guys. Bring that mic a little closer, bro. It says we need to hear y'all clearly.
Yes, sir.
So definitely, man, it was a pleasure having y'all, man, and coming through, man.
Thanks for the invite, man.
Not a problem. So I'm gonna get right to it because I put you on the spot a little. You know what I'm saying? It's just when I met you was at Steel Sessions,
right?
First time, and there's two producers out of the whole shit that really caught my eye. You know what I mean? It was you and Beasky. I had Beasky here. It was, you know Beasky?
Yeah.
I had him here a couple of weeks ago, yeah. One beat that he played, I was like, oh my God. Like it was like a kind of fashion. And he actually played it on the show for one of the artists to rhyme over and killed it. And then there was some shit that you played. It was almost like a reggae type of beat. Almost. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a little slow. It wasn't like really fast or whatever. But that shit there was like stopping my heart a little bit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like it was, and the whole ambiance of the room, everybody was smoking and shit. And I don't smoke. I stopped smoking a while ago, so I was ready catching contact, and I was in the room like, oh my god, like I ain't see shit else. Like you know how you got that tunnel vision and shit, and I was just focused on your red sweater, bro, and the music. It was like your red sweater and the music. That's all I kept saying. And I was telling my man like, yo, we gotta holler at this dude. We gotta have him on the show. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure I get a good dope artist to come through. You know what I mean? And then Ron, I had no idea it was like a team or whatever. But I'm great. It's an honor to meet you too, bro. If you had anything to do with that beat, if y'all did it together, I don't know what, but I hope you bring that shit with you. I don't know what it is, but
I'm pretty.
It
sure,
might be in the arsenal.
I'm pretty sure it's in the arsenal. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's in the arsenal.
Because B-Ski, like I said, I asked him the same thing, and I said, yo, is that beat in there? He knew right away, like which one I was talking about. He was like, it was a little fast or whatever, and I put it on my Instagram too. I was like, yeah, that's the one right there. Matter of fact, yours too, I put on my Instagram. I don't know if you got to see it, but
Nah, I didn't see it, but
nah, I'm pretty sure you got it though. You definitely, if not, then it's all good, man. I know I'll hear it someday, one day.
oh, yeah,
But yeah, man,
I got it on deck though.
definitely.
For sure.
So you got some Newark? I mean, not Newark. Well, you Jersey, right?
Yeah, we're from Jersey. We're more in central Jersey, Plainfield, New Jersey area.
Okay, I know Plainfield. I definitely know Plainfield.
Yeah, so that's where we centralized that right now. But
Dope.
you know what I mean? Our arms stretch. So we got
dope,
people in
man.
New York, we got people in Connecticut that we deal with. You know,
Okay.
And as far as the team, as far as Mount Sinai International, we Plainfield, New Jersey.
Dope. And as far as like, all right, I know you just say you reach out. Like, all right, so do you collaborate with a lot of New York artists, or is it just like you sticking to home base, like a lot of focus on Jersey artists?
Nah, I mean we're definitely open to dealing with a lot of with anybody, honestly. You know what I mean? As long as you're moving and shaking, we moving and shaking as well with you. You know what I'm saying? But we do a lot of Jersey only because that's where we're central.
Yeah,
at,
of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
But like I said, our arms stretch. So like, when I started really getting into
Can you
music,
put the mic a little closer? Because I just feel like I'm not getting it. I want to make
when
sure
when I started getting more into the music, I was in Connecticut.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was going to school up in Connecticut, and a lot of the people that I was dealing with there, you know what I mean, were from all over, but definitely from like the Bronx and Spring Valley, New York, and a lot of different places. So arm stretch over there.
Dope. I got a lot of family in Connecticut too, Bridgeport and Stanford.
Yeah, we was up in New Haven.
New Haven, yeah, definitely. It's dope too. It's dope. So, all right, you guys collaborate, right? I'm assuming every beat, or is it like dope?
We kind of work. That's just like yeah. I mean, it's even times where we're rocking out, and he's on one computer and I'm on another computer, and we just going.
It's dope. But I mean, all right, as far as like when y'all collaborate, it's the same day, like you know what I mean, or you just.
Oftentimes, man, I come in and open up the computer. It'll be a beat already opened up that he already started, and I'm gonna go and flex on it. You know what I mean, or vice versa. You know what I mean. So.
Dope.
There's no real true method to our madness. You know what I'm saying? There's no
Even
real
better.
like. I might start a beat, he might start a beat, I'll finish it, he'll finish it. We might sit there together and start something together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't know how like warm that makes me feel inside. It's like that's true collaborating though. You know what I mean? Like it should be that way. I was kind of you was gonna be like, oh yeah, well I might do the drums and I'll send him some samples. You know what I mean, or whatever. But the way y'all finishing off, that's a true team, and that's where you know what I mean. That really counts, man.
Now we do believe that we have our strongholds. You know what I'm saying? Well, I do. I believe that we have our strongholds, but there's no give or no take. You know what I mean? He might start off with a melody. I might come in with the drums. I might start off with a melody. He might come in with the drums. It really divvies up. You know what I mean, it's whoever has that energy at that particular point in time.
So let me ask you this. All right, so let's just say I'm signed to whatever, Rock Nation, whatever the hell. I'm like, y'all want a beat. Everything y'all submit to me, though, right, is going to be collaborative effort. It's not going to be like, yo, well, these are his and these are mine. It's a collaborative effort, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would think it's all under a collaborative effort.
I can't say that for sure. If I'm getting your I'm getting your question correct, everything. I'm not gonna say everything is gonna be collaborative because it might be a beat on there that he solely did.
Okay, that's that's what I want. Yeah,
and then there might be a beat on there that I solely did, and then there might be some.
But will that count as a collaborative effort? Like, or even if it's his individual.
If it's his,
does it still go under Miles? All right,
yeah,
that's really what I was trying to get at. All right, cool.
Everything is under Miles,
and it's all split down, right?
Yeah.
It should be. See, that's dope. You know what I mean? Because I've been in it for a little bit, and I know people that work together that say that they collaborate and they're together. They're a production team, right? And literally, bro, like they'll submit me some shit, and then somebody, one of them, we were like, yo, these are my extra ones, though. These are just mine. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, who do I credit now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't add up. So, nah, that's a beautiful thing that y'all doing. Now, what are your guys' weapons of choice?
Weapons of choice, I like, well, I was major with Reason, but in the more recent years, I've been real the ease of use of Logic.
Okay.
The ease of use of Logic, but I Reason is my baby.
Definitely. I like the drums in Logic. I'm not gonna lie, they almost sound like.
I'll be honest, we import a lot of our drums.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
a lot.
Dope.
A lot of drums.
Dope. You, sir?
Yeah. Well, I started out on FL4, I believe.
Give me some of that.
FL4 I started out on, and then
not to take nothing away from you.
That's all good. It's all love.
We're relating right now. We building right now.
But like honestly, when I first looked at Reason, I used to always see him using Reason. I was just like, I don't even know if I could touch that. It looked crazy. And then graduated to Reason. Was on Reason for a little bit. Then it's mostly Logic. You know what I mean?
That was my issue, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I started back where it was hardware. I had the first. You remember SP1200, right?
Mm-hmm.
The little box, right? EMU made that. EMU made the first sampling keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that. People think it's the EPS 16, which is not. It was the Emax. EMU Emax, right? Had like maybe 8 seconds of sample time with this big giant fucking keyboard. You know what I mean? Like it was a giant keyboard with 8 seconds, and the pads were like pink and blue. You know what I mean? Like it looked crazy, but it did what it had to do, and I learned everything on that. That's why I said I got floppies and shit like that. And there, once everything started changing, I got a PC in the crib or whatever, and I was like, yo, you know what? The software is coming out. My boy actually turned it on to me. He was like, yo, I'm using FL Studios. You know what I mean? It wasn't even incorporated. It was just saying free loops everywhere. Yeah. So it was like, yo, I got free loops. You know what I'm saying? You want to put it in your computer and make beats that way. Then he gave me this shit called Acid Pro. That's like another way I was recording vocals in and all that. So he also like kept updating me. He was like, yo, man, I got this Logic. I got this Reason. You know what I mean? You want it, whatever. And I was just so hooked on the free loops. You know what I'm saying? And then every other free loops version that kept coming out, it was doing more and more shit. Like everything I needed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, why would I want to jump to another program if this one's working for me? He's like, nah, I'm telling you, you got to do this. And he would come over and demonstrate, and I would hear the drums. I'd be like, oh, my God, yo, those shits was so, you know what I mean? Because I'm a drum person. I love to hear drums. I love to, you know what I mean? Like, if you got them in there and them shits is crazy, then I'm paying full attention to your beat. And I was like, wow, man, but my heart was at free loops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do it, man. It was just something that, and to this day, like I said, I got the producer's version, the double XL joint, and I just rock out with that, man. It does everything I need to do. But anyway, that's just me. So, all right. Artists and producers relationship. This is what the show is based on, right? Like we genuinely invite an unsigned artist and we get industry producers or just, producers that we see are really making their, their name and doing what they got to do in the world. And we invite them here. Only reason why is because I don't even know, I can't even give you an exact year when I started seeing it like really deteriorating, the relationship, meaning that a lot of the artists really believe like beats are so, accessible on any platform for them to use, you know what I'm saying, and not have to worry about paying a producer or even collaborating with a producer. You understand what I'm saying? So we said, yo, let's put the show together. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to do a regular podcast or a regular show that, we just invite somebody and interview them and then they go on their way, or they spit a freestyle off of somebody else's shit or whatever. I wanted to try to mend the real relationship. You know what I mean? Or even just network and have them really, you know what I mean? Like have them together and be like, yo, you know what? This is a real dope experience. This is what I'm missing out of my album. You know what I mean? Like, cause a lot of dudes, like I said, they'll come up here, yo, we got an EP or whatever, and I'm looking at all the credits and there's no, you know what I mean, producer's name on them, and I'm like, where did you get all these fucking beats? YouTube, man, we downloaded them. You know what I mean? They bought it from some site for like, you know what I mean, $2 or whatever, and I really believe, like, you know what I'm saying, the way the music industry is going now, everybody's co-signing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like A&Rs, everybody. They don't have no respect for producers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How do you guys, what's you guys' take on that, man? Like, how do you really feel about the artists and producers, you know what I mean, a relationship nowadays?
I mean, I think the plus side with us is that, like, we actually get the opportunity to build with the artists that we've worked with. But I do agree with you that that relationship has started to deteriorate because of the ease of the internet, because of the ease of technology. You know what I mean? Like, I remember sitting and being with my guys when I'm making beats, and you know what I'm saying? I can remember doing
and it's a great feeling, right?
It's a beautiful feeling. Yeah. I mean, even now, any artist that we even try to build with, people hit us up online or whatever, I'm like, yo, like, come sit with us. Like, I would rather you come sit with us. Like, we got, like, the beats that I brought here is nothing compared to the amount and the access of beats that we got sitting in the studio. And then on top of that, being able to vibe and build that energy and create something right there.
That's very important.
Yes, it is.
Very important as well. You know what I mean? Like, and we'll even, like, even the artists that we've worked with, you know what I mean? Like, when they come and sit and they record with us versus when they take a beat from with us and go record it somewhere else, like, it's a total difference. The sound is totally different. The energy is totally different. You know what I mean? So we definitely 100% believe in that connection and that camaraderie and being together and creating that synergy. You know what I mean? I believe that it creates a whole different sound. You know what I mean?
Because
versus me just sending you something over the internet, you record whatever you want to it, send it back. You know what I mean? And half the time we don't even, I've noticed that half the time it's like, all right, we send you a beat, you go record it, and, you know, there's no real, like, the engineer don't even really care about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just recorded. He just hit record.
That was going to be my next question. How hands-on are you guys when in the recording process? Like, all right, he's in their booth or whatever. You might not agree with how he, you know what I mean, like, said that verse or whatever. Do you, like, yo, you know what, you need to go back and do that? Or is it just like, you know what, or whatever?
No, we definitely let them know. Like, you know, I mean, honesty is the best policy right now. So, like, we definitely let artists know if something's not right, or, you know, just tell them to do it a little bit better. You know what I mean? But, you know, no discouragement. Just
and it's your overall sound too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is your name. You know what I'm saying? Going on there, 'cause it's your music or whatever. So you would want to get the best quality of a sound out of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I push for is trying to create the best quality. Because in the same token, I still, like me, I want the artist to be an artist and still be able to express themselves. They feel fit or they feel is the best that they can. But if I hear something that I personally feel like, all right, yo, maybe we could do it like this and it'll sound like that much cleaner or it'll hit that much harder, I would definitely say it. You know what I mean? Like, we're open. So even like if you're in the studio with us and we're making beats or whatever the case is, give suggestions. You know what I mean? We're not opposed to that neither. You know what I mean?
You know what? You don't feel like there's though. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it is your right. You understand what I'm saying? As a producer, to say, yo, you know what? I think you should go back and do that. Yeah. Because in reality, what you guys are doing is producing. You know what I mean? It's production of a song. So if I'm an artist, I'm listening to everything you say. You understand what I'm saying? I know what I wrote down. I know how my lyrics are, but maybe my flow is a little off or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe you guys hearing something that I don't hear. Yeah. For one, your ears are 1,000 times light years ahead of my ears. You understand? Because my thing is just the pen game or whatever. But as far as what the overall sound should be, I'm trusting everything in you. And I know artists that have come in here and they will not even in here. I'm not even going to put that in because somebody will backtrack what I'm saying and be like, yo, that was me. But I know artists that like, yo, fuck that. I'm going in there. It's my song, so I'm going to do it my way. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, when your song comes out shitty, you understand? Like, and engineer, like you said, they there just to push the buttons, man. I know engineers that do get involved and be like, yo, you need to do it over. 9 times out of 10, though, the artist will have that, you know what I mean, that ego, and they'll be like, nah, man, it sounds better this way. I'm not even going to listen to it. Just record the way I want. You understand? And, you know, that's when you get that kind of a project.
Listen, I got artists that could tell you that I kicked them out of the booth for not
That's crazy.
for not getting shit right.
Yeah, but you care.
You know what I'm saying? But
You
yeah,
care.
it's not. It wasn't out of disrespect or nothing like that. It's really like, yo,
you need to take a
figure
breather.
it out.
Take a
You know what I'm
breather.
saying? Like, nah, you gotta get out. You know what I mean? I'm about to record this other artist. You figure out, work it out.
Oh,
for
so you
yourself.
guys record in your own studio too and everything?
Yeah.
You got your own stuff? Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope. So
Yeah,
how long, I should have asked this at the beginning, but how long you guys been producing?
So we've been producing together.
Say like 09.
Like 09, yeah.
09?
09, we linked
Yeah,
up
2009.
2009?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's been producing way longer than I have, though. Like, you know what I mean?
Don't date me, man. You make me seem like an old guy. You know
What
I'm
you,
saying?
all right, individually, what did you start with? Your first.
The first.
What did you first learn how to make a beat on?
All right. I came up in the software era. You know what I mean? So
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
the first thing matter of fact, the first thing I really learned to make a beat on was a Casio keyboard. A
SK1?
Casio, nah, it was a cheaper joint. It was like a CTK
Nah,
811.
Nothing cheaper than an SK1, bro.
You know what
That
I'm
shit was
saying?
about this big and it had 4 pads on it.
You know
That
what I mean?
was the first joint.
Yeah, I had the Casio CTK like 811. I think that's what it was. And then after that, I moved into the software and I had Hip Hop EJ.
I remember that shit
Hip-hop,
clearly.
yeah.
Yeah,
EJ.
I remember that clearly.
You know what I mean? And from Hip Hop EJ, I actually got Fruity Loops, but I didn't like it because
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't know it. I didn't know it.
I didn't think we were gonna have this kind of relationship,
You know
bro.
what
I
I'm
thought we
saying?
was gonna ride around smooth.
Nah,
fucking with you.
I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? I didn't like it at first. What made me like Fruity Loops is what I saw what he was doing with it.
Okay.
When I saw what he was doing with it, I was like, yo.
Same question to you, my brother. What'd you start with?
I actually started on hardware. I started out on hardware, like
See, we vibing over here, bro. I don't know, man. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
yeah, I
I'm
started
fucking
on the
with
MPC actually. You know, what I mean? I started on the MPC.
Logo of the show is MPC, bro.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's an MP in there.
And what's crazy was my other boy. He was teaching me how to make beats.
What
I
year was this?
This is probably like graduated in 02. This is like 03, 04. Just starting to learn, and I'm starting to tap on the hardware and everything like that. Now, mind you, I used to see him making beats all the time. Like that's when he started getting more equipment. He started using Reason.
Yeah.
I mean, he transferred from the Hip Hop EJ to Reason, and you had the Triton. He had the Triton. And so like I used to see him. I was a film major. We were both in college and stuff. So like I was a film major, and I used to see him making beats, and I used to be like, yo. How do you do it? How you do it? And he never used to be like, yo, go ahead. He'd be like, go ahead. And I'd be like, yo, like, I don't even know. So,
You
like,
gotta understand, that's how I learned. You know what I mean? Like,
It's true, though.
I just got
Definitely
equipment
true.
and software, and I just started tapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have any instruction books, no
Definitely.
nothing. I just started going.
I think that's how everybody learns, to be honest with you. Because when I was telling you I bought that sampler, that shit didn't come with a manual.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I literally had to figure this shit out myself. And there was no YouTube at that time like that. You know what I mean? YouTube now is forget it.
Yeah.
I count on that shit for everything, man. I got a flat tire, anything. I'm
so does
using
everybody
YouTube and
else. You
shit.
got professionals in buildings pulling up YouTube looking for stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me ask you this. Hardware, software, right? You feel like there's a big difference between the two?
I would say yes and no. Me personally.
And do you like the quality of the sound?
I like the quality of how the beat is made, the feeling of how the beat is made when you have the
Hands-on.
hardware, with
Yeah.
hands-on. You
Yeah.
know, like now, I mean, like I haven't been on the MPC for like years, so it's like I've been all software, but it's just like I can tell when those people get on those instruments, they're just totally feeling it. It's like they're playing the piano almost, just like, you know. So like
Now let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Do you hear a distinctive sound? Could you tell, like, if I play a beat, what was made on a MP or any kind of a hardware opposed to what was made on software?
I think so. I think I could tell
Same
with the
question?
cadence.
I think so.
To me, I'll tell you
think
why.
so.
I'll give you just a hint of how I tell it. There's all right, in the machine, right? Like anyone. It could be MP, it could be SP12, anyone. There's a distinct sound in the drums. Like it sounds almost a little bit synthetic because it's being sampled from somewhere else, right? And it's not going through a whole gigantic program, a digital process. You understand what I'm saying? It's only dealing with the internal memory and whatever, you know what I mean?
What's right there.
It's there.
And then the outputs.
Opposed to software. You go through so many channels when, you know what I mean? And it's synthetic, you know what I mean? It synthesizes everything to make it sound so crisp and clear, whatever.
Yeah.
Through a machine, remember, whatever you sample from, whether it be a record, vinyl, whether it be a CD or whatever, it's still going through that process, and it's not gonna be a perfect clone. You understand?
Yeah.
You'll always get that. That's why I know people that hit it, like when they hit the pads, you hear like that. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Explain it, but you'll hear something in there that gives you like a synthetic sound, opposed to the software.
Right.
For me, that's how I tell. Like I can tell. Like I said, like I forgot there was a producer that came in, and he was playing this shit. And I was like, oh shit, I know he definitely rocks with MPC, because I remember some of the drums that he was using, and I could hear, like me personally, I could hear the fucking, you know what I mean, like the synthetic sound in there. And I love
That's some good ears, man.
Yeah, I love it.
That's some good ears.
You guys do you guys sample?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Off vinyl?
We sample off of wherever. We sample off of vinyl, cassette tape, CD, YouTube.
Do you have a vinyl collection?
We actually just had to get rid of our vinyl connection because they got damaged.
Yeah.
They got damaged.
Warped? The sons got warped, yeah.
I mean, I found some old, like, Bach and Tiffel-Schlasky stuff, like, you know what I mean, like, the other day, but, like, yeah, man.
There's nothing wrong with it, man. But I was a vinyl collector, you know what I'm saying? And there's this distinct sound, man, with vinyl that I don't think you could get anywhere, like with anything, because CD is always compressed. You know what I mean? The sounds are so compressed, and I'm not saying the quality is fantastic, because it is, but there's just something about vinyl, because a lot of the times the vinyl that you would get, you know that they were recording in the studio, which had, you know what I mean, like the live studio, you know what I mean, where they would actually, so for me, my thing has always been an ear. I started as a DJ, so I always got that ear for like little instruments and drums. And in school, middle school, I never made it to get on the fucking it was crazy. When I started middle school, that's when they just ended all of the music programs in New York City schools. Like they phased them out. But I had a friend named Jermaine. He had a drum set in his crib. Like he was his family had good jobs. You know what I mean? He was living in the ghetto, but they had good jobs. So I used to go to his house, and he was he was in the drum program, and when they cut it, I remember him being all, this is how we met, him being all this, you know what I mean, like really crushed and shit like that. And I was like, yo, you play drums? Because I seen him like, he was like, yeah, man, I'm nice as hell, whatever. I was like, yo, I would love to hear you, you know what I mean, play sometimes, because I was always into like the, the music aspect of everything. So I went to his crib one time, and he was just banging out. I was like, oh my God, like this shit is, you know what I mean? Like it's so.
That warm feeling. It's the live feeling. There's nothing like that live feeling.
Nothing like it at all. And we talking about, it was like 10 o'clock at night, and he's rocking out, you know what I mean, in a regular tenement building. And ever since that day, I always learned to pay attention to the drums. You know what I mean? Like if anything I'm gonna hear a beat, the first thing I'm attracted to is the drums. You know what I'm saying? Just off of that experience. So I listen to detail and everything. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, like I'll go too deep in that. Yeah, but is there any artists that all right? What qualifies to be like? What do you guys? What qualifications do you guys look for in an artist as far as we wanted to work with them? Like, can any just artist be like, yo, I'm gonna hit y'all up, I want a beat? Or is it like, yo, I want to really go through the channels listening to this dude before I even try to mess with him?
I mean, I guess it depends on the level, because, you know what I mean, like, we do have a website up that obviously anybody can go to. We have beats on the website that, you know what I mean, are ready for purchase.
Okay.
You know what I mean, that anybody can go to. But as far as us, like, working with you in the studio, it's about work ethic, man.
Okay.
It gotta be your work ethic. You know?
Definitely.
I mean, obviously, we want to make sure that your pen meets your paper. You know what I mean, for sure as well.
Of course.
You know what I mean, but your work ethic speaks more to us than anything. You know.
Of course, it should, as it should. So these, all right, because I didn't even want to announce it yet, but you heard of I Standard, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm having J Hatch next week,
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and
I did an I Standard like early.
Yeah.
Early, like 05, 06.
Dope.
Early.
This is what I'm leading up to though. The I Stand events, right? The Steel Sessions, all of these like producer orientated events. Do you feel satisfied coming out of them? Did you feel like it was worth it? Or is it just something like, all right, well, this is something I have to attend because I'm a producer. This is the realm that I have to enter and be in. Or is it something that's, I want to say profitable, not just money-wise, but in gaining the relationship and gaining the experience and gaining the critique or whatever? Do you feel like that it satisfies you going to these things, or?
Yeah, I would definitely agree that it does satisfy me personally. I can't say that, I can't speak for everybody.
Okay.
But I mean, even simple situations like this right here, you know what I mean? This would have never came about without Steel Sessions.
Definitely, sir.
You know what
Definitely.
I mean? And this particular situation has, we've already grown a network here and with Iman, you know
Definitely.
what I mean? So I believe, you know what I mean, if you work it right, like, you know, I'm pretty sure there's people that come to these situations, sit in a corner quiet, and then leave and go home, and then they're like,
yeah,
I'm not going back.
Yeah.
There's nothing for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
you know what I mean? We had the opportunity to present. Outside of being able to present, we was able to just move and shake, bump shoulders, meet people, shake hands, introduce ourselves.
Did you get a lot of good feedback?
Yeah, we got great feedback. Honestly, I haven't heard anything negative. You know what I mean?
I don't expect you to.
Feedback.
I wouldn't expect you to.
You know what I mean? I honestly kind of was looking for a little bit more critique. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But in the same token, like the love that was shown was just almost just as great. You know,
you could look at it two ways though. Maybe you didn't get that extra critique because, I mean, these are my dudes. I'm not talking negative about them. Maybe they were overly impressed, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or to the point where it might have been a little threatening. You know what I mean? Like to the like, yo, well, what am I gonna tell them? You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like the shit you was playing, I was like, I'm telling you, I got there early. I got there about 12 o'clock, and I left at 8. And I was listening to a lot of the stuff that was playing. There was a lot of people that I felt were getting too much love, and I was like, yo, some of that shit was like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even going to mention somebody's name, but there's somebody that goes there that I know, and you know what I mean? And even him, like, sometimes I feel like they hold people in certain regards. It's like, all right, well, you know what I mean? Whatever. But out of everybody that played that night, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if Rondon did. I'm not even sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he has fire. He definitely has fire.
I think he did a little set at the end.
Right? Yeah, I wasn't even there.
End.
I left.
Yeah.
I know he did. But you guys, y'all stood out the most to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, I got to have them. Because it wasn't, this is how I was listening to people. All right, tell me if you'll do the same thing. Everything with me is consistency. So I think you played one. And I was like, oh, shit. You played another one. I was like, oh, shit. Another one. I was like, okay. A lot of them before you was playing one. I was like, oh, shit. Next one was like, damn. Well, how you go from that to that? You know what I mean? Like, what made you, you know what I mean? Like, to me, everything is chess, man. You know what I mean? You strategize your next move. So I was like, they had it with some, like, dumping shit. And then it was like, damn, he went into, like, a whole left mode with that. Then he tried to come back with the third one. And it was like, all right. But he already lost me. You know what I mean? It was like, I'm listening. Yours was consistent. B-Ski's consistent. I was like, wow, that shit, like I said, I was like, yo, yeah, that's what I was saying. That shit was on the gram. Like, you know what I mean? The same day. I posted it, matter of fact, not even minutes after it was. So that's what really, you know what I mean? That's what I look for. And I commend you guys on that. Like,
Thanks a lot, man.
That right there was well deserved. You know what I mean? And you didn't get the critique, like I said, you wanted, but believe me, there's something that stopped that from coming out. You know what I mean? And it was probably like, yo, I don't need to tell these dudes anything. You know what I mean? Like, they got it.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. The love was just as great. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a little bit more technical, so I guess that's why I was saying I wanted to hear. So I wanted to hear raise the DBs up this. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's what
Did you go to the other room too and play some
Me and Mike Cuz had chopped that up. He gave me a little something as far as on the back end as far as being able to tighten up our overall mix.
Okay.
So that was much appreciated.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? But I definitely, yeah, like I said, the love was appreciated. You know what I mean? It definitely put the battery in the back, because I went back to the studio like, yo, we got it.
Well deserved, though, bro. It's well deserved. Yeah. But with that being said, man, we running a little bit pressed for time. I definitely want to hear this collaboration, because I know you got some joints. I know he got some joints for your joints. It was a pleasure having you guys, man. And let me tell you something, man. This is honest words. Those doors are always open for you when you want to come back. You got some new joints. You got some artists you want to work with. You want to bring them up here, whatever. You know what I mean? Just hit me on the. You got my number ready.
Your number.
Yeah. And we definitely make anything happen, man. My whole thing is making long-lasting relationships. I don't want to just have this. Okay, well, it was on this episode, and you know what I mean? That was it. Like, my thing is, like, whatever y'all into, whatever y'all want to promote, whatever y'all want to keep coming back with, like I said, bro, is always here. So with that being said, we're gonna shout out, let them know where they can find you. You know what I'm saying? Or your music or whatever you got coming up. Plug away.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Y'all could definitely catch us on pretty much all social media apps at Miles High, MYLESINT. Check out the website too, mileshighint.com. mileshighint.com. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier in the interview, that we definitely got beats on deck. We got more beats. You could definitely reach out to us on all the platforms. Go through the website. You can reach out to us there as well. You know what I mean? Music on deck. We got some new music coming out with our homie Ernie Gaines. We got some new music coming out with our homie Randy Sauce down in ATL right now. And President Mike. Yeah, President Prez. You know what I mean? We definitely got some music and some stuff cooking up for that. As a matter of fact, we got a video with Mike right now with Prez that's up for a Hip Hop Film Award coming up soon. So
send me that, man. I'll play it next week, bro. I'll start the show with it. You know what I mean? I'll definitely start the show with it, bro. It's not a problem.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna send you some joints, man. We got some joints from Randy. Like I said, though, we got an Ernie Gaines joint that we actually just pushed out this week. Yeah, this week. You know what I mean? And one of the other joints that we played at the Steel Sessions joint. So
Roses and Ether.
Yeah. It's dope. All right, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you very much, man.
Nah, man. Thank you guys for coming, man. I know it's a long, you know what I mean, ride, man.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. Yeah.
But we're going to go into, let's say 2 videos so you guys can set up and get ready, and then we'll go right into the collaboration. Once again, man, appreciate you guys coming through, man. It's definitely a blessing, man, having y'all here, man. Like I said, we're going to keep on building. Yes. So, yeah, next, let's go into this video, DJ Cruz. My man.
What you really want from me? Hey yo! What you really want from me?
Raps can't stand the fact that they got me in this jam.
What you really want from me?
Rap. When all I really wanna do is see my little man.
What you really want from me?
Look, my baby mama said I ain't this shit, I disagree. Every time she get mad, she threaten me with my seed. I really hate the fact that she got me in this jam, when all I really wanna do is see my little man. She listened to the lyrics I write, said she gon' play him in court and get me for my visiting rights. She said she gon' tell him my living is too flaky. She don't trust me with him, she fearing her son's safety. I blocked her on the gram and I still got her sick. She mad cause she caught me following my old chick. The way she say she hurt, you would think I'm beating on her. I'm in the studio, my girl think I'm cheating on her. I can't stand the fact that they got me in this jam, when all I really wanna do is see my little man. I can't stand the fact that they got me in this jam, when all I really wanna do is see my little man. Raps.
What you really want from me? Hey yo! What you really want from me? Hey yo! What you really want from me? Hey yo! What you really want from me?
Yo, my baby mama said I disagree. I copped his first kick, changed his ish and his pee. I put dollars under his pillow when he was asleep. I played the Tooth Fairy when he lost his first teeth. I just wanna see him happy.
I laid down and made a baby. Let me stand up and be a daddy. I just wanna show him the finer things. I ain't a deadbeat that be wearing a daddy mask on Halloween. God should dead these brothers, but why Hallmark don't make cards for deadbeat mothers? Even though I run with the thugs, when it come to my little man, I just give him safety and love. I can't stand the fact that they got me in this jam, when all I really wanna do is see my little man. I can't stand the fact that they got me in this jam. All I really wanna do is see my little man. Wow.
What you really want from me? Hey yo! What you really want from me? Hey yo! What you really want from me? Hey yo! What you really want from me?
Can't stand the fact that they got me in this jam, when all I really wanna do is see my little man.
Right now it's all about the money. I get you off, ain't a damn thing funny. I said right now it's all about the money. I get you off, ain't a damn thing funny. Tell them haters I'm coming. I'm facing my fears, I ain't number one, never. I'm number one, fuck number two. I said I'm number one, fuck number two. Right now, it's all about the money. I need a mansion and a Benz on 20s. For a meal, I leave your brains in the mailbox. I've been in jail, so I ain't scared of a cell block. Time to make these industry niggas believe I'm hot. Always got a trick under my sleeve. I'm still writing after all these years. They thought I was finished, well nigga I'm here. Broke my heart when I couldn't get the radio to buck me. I spent thousands on this rap shit monthly. Peeps like fuck it, get back in the lab. New single every month, now a nigga playing tag. Can't be around nothing but winners. I'm getting money, now it's lobster for dinner. Snake niggas hating on my come up. They gon' fuck around and make me put the gun up. Right now it's all about the money. I get you off, ain't a damn thing funny. I said right now it's all about the money. I get you off, ain't a damn thing funny. Tell them haters I'm coming. I'm facing my fears, I ain't number one, never. I'm number one, fuck number two. I said I'm number one, fuck number two. These niggas never match my bars. Never flow out of this world like I'm coming from Mars. Get a deal that'll make everybody wake up. A white phantom and some ice from Jacob. Tell 'em I told Sway I was next. Shady 45, they gon' give me my respect. Watch 'em. My Instagram got niggas hating. Everybody rap, but a lot of niggas faking. Ain't nothing else to do but stick up the game. Put a few tapes out, get up my name. You ain't hot, the people gonna ignore you. Make some real money and the bitches gonna adore you. I'm hotter than never before. They don't sign me, then I'm starting a war. Anybody can get it, anybody. Hollow clip straight through your fitted. Right now it's all about the money. I get you off, ain't a damn thing funny. I said right now it's all about the money. I get you off, ain't a damn thing funny. Tell them haters I'm coming. I'm facing my fears, I ain't number one, never. I'm number one, fuck number two. I said I'm number one, fuck number two.
Yeah.
We're back, man, with the greatest part of the show, Heat Market Radio collaboration, bro.
All right, yes, sir.
Miles High Entertainment and Iman. Whenever you guys are ready, bro. Let's go.
Let's let it roll.
Miles High
Yeah. Look.
Motivated by outer circles from inner circles. Never thought living with peace of mind would just isolate you. Time and time feeling I've been chasing acceptance. Life is what you make it, take it or fake it. Wasting ain't been the preference. Most of my niggas still up living in the trap. Ain't no faulting on they growing, you gon' end up where you at. Mama told me count your blessings, they'll keep falling on your lap. But I'm stubborn, hope the Lord could forgive me for I collapse. I'm just homegrown with a new tone, Yonkers where I reside. Talk is cheap when you preach it, they rather let bullets fly. Fuck around and get greasy, no peaches left into pieces like nuggets or Reese's Pieces. They'll eat you up while alive, lost in the sauce, dripping my walk when I come across. The dollar signs keep attracting these bitches, they'll do the most with a flock of some bitch niggas that wanna come at your throat. Hope you learn to just box me out for you ever step to the ropes.
Miles High International.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, that's new sessions right there.
Yeah, feel the pressure, ain't no diamond, you just squeeze the metal. Black kettle from the corner special, beat the silence, no need for violence. Sick and tired of niggas with their answers, you don't know my struggle, you don't know my factor. Motherfuck the law and motherfuck the masses, tryna box me out, but nigga know I'm catching. Lord give me strength so I don't go insane. I blast my brains like a young Cobain, you living off the hype, I'm living off the rain. Man, I feel like Pac, nigga, without the fame. I said I feel like Pac, I'm that nigga. Either off my head or die quicker. I learned from mom and pop to think bigger, or to take your spot and deliver. Yeah, fingers hurting, roll for days, but this ain't worth it. Time and time I give my purpose, spread my truth up in these verses, burning bridges, London falling, take my spot, fun it. Got it. Let's go another one. Yeah,
Miles High International.
Yeah. Ain't no time for thinking it's do or die. You don't wanna get crucified where you stand, Lord help me. I've been losing my edges since through this plan. Been packing on ammunition to let it off with a bang. Loose cannon disguise, ready to terrorist with a pen. Bombs in Baghdad, when niggas grow don't even know they pops. Either flex or push weight, call that body building the block. No bitches around my corner, them germ sticks 100. Link the chain up, ice been dripping without a sauna. Quit flossing, this shit exhausting. No bully, back on my lonely. Same niggas never supporting, keep swearing they was your homie. New bitches think that they know me but can't even get close to me. They think this shit was luck, nah nigga, it's how it's supposed to come and talk to me. Jodeci potency, part of my flowetry. You shooting clips, we shooting movies, this ain't what you want homie. Acting out like shit is different to me. Either you're sticking to the script or find a different story. Huh.
Miles High International.
It's fine too. Look, I hold my own understanding. Know your worth to keep it moving, take you down with the slander. All the time I done wasted, letting critics from my ear was far from feeling complacent. And I was spitting the basement, lost connection with some niggas I done grew with. Reception always good, but kept resolving on assuming. Think they call the shots, but always shaky when they shooting. Swear they keep it G, but always worried about what you in. No love for them niggas, I'm on to better things. Higher ups and bullshit. Mine was always driven, I ain't never having on switch. Money always mattered, but they let it get the best of me. Mama always told me keep on straight and get that extra cheese. I do it how I do it, not doing it just to please you. This shit is like my therapy, hoping you can relate to. I think it's on a better plan. Ah, fuck, I'm gone. Yeah, fucked up. Let's go.
Thank you guys, man. Again, man, want to appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you guys coming out.
Hey, man, it's a blessing to be here.
Thank you. Doors open. Y'all definitely want to come back, man. Let them know real quick again your IGs before we get out of here, man.
Miles High INT and CBS INT.
Yeah, my IG is @flyer FLIER MYLES, and the main one is @MYLES HIGHINT MilesHighINT.com. Check us out, y'all.
Make sure y'all following me at all social media platforms @only1eman ONLYONEIMAN. Make sure y'all stay updated and listen to my new project Blessed. Type in Iman Blessed on every streaming platform. Let's get it.
Definitely, man. I am Shay Diggs 167. Follow me on IG. And this was another episode of the Heat Market Radio, man. Thank you, DJ Cruz in the background. Coming in on the list. Till next time, y'all.